almost 2 weeks ago, while I was making coffee and looking out the window, a doggy head popped up and looked at me. And went and got my husband and said, hey, there's a dog on our porch, because we were expecting somebody to come by. So I thought he might want to go out and see if this dog was safe or what was going on with him. The person showed up sooner than they were supposed to, so he didn't get a chance to. And so while he was with the person, Shadow never got up. So I went out just to make sure everything was okay. And as he walked up to me, he was limping really badly and he was yipping and whining. And he came up to me very docile, hoping to receive love. And at that point, we knew, like, this dog needs help. We need to figure out what to do, how to help him. And I actually thought at first he had probably been hit by a car, because it seemed to be on one side of his body that he was limping. Later that day, when my husband was able to look into what was in the area for help, we found you guys, Circle L, and he reached out to you. In the meantime, we reached out to our vet, because we didn't know if anybody really was going to call us back. Right. You know, realizing there was such a limited help in our area for pets. And so we made an appointment for him for the next day for our vet to see if he was okay. He was covered in fleas and ticks, just absolutely covered. It seemed there wasn't a spot on his body that didn't have ticks on it. And when we took him in the next day to the vet, found out that he hadn't been hit by a car, but he had infections in his paws. So 3 out of 4 paws had some sort of infection in them. It could have been due to the amount of ticks in his paws. It could have been from lack of care. It could have been an allergy, but whatever it was at that point, it had now become an infection in his paws, and it was very, very painful for him. That's why he was yipping and limping so badly. And by then, you guys had reached out to us, and we were now in process with you to try and get him the care that he needed, and to look into us fostering him until he can get adopted and all that. In the 2 weeks that we've had him, he's just come such a long way. He's tick-free, flea-free, infection-free. He walks totally normal now. He lets me handle his paws, doesn't even flinch. He is such a sweet dog. He follows us everywhere. His name is Shadow. We named him Shadow just because he wants to be with his people. Right. He wants to see what's going on with us. And he's like, he leaves the room. He's like, I gotta find a cooler room. It's too hot. And he has just been a love. He's very playful. He's potty trained. He knows commands. He knows sit, down, stay. He's okay on a leash. He's not perfect on a leash. He needs to grow in that area. He's been sleeping in a kennel in the house at night. He does great with our other dog. He hasn't shown any signs of aggression. He's just very, very loving and wants to please. Very smart. The cats haven't decided if they want to get along with him, so we're struggling still in that area to see if he'll get along with them. So we keep him on a leash when the cats are out and about, so that we can make sure everything's okay. But they just kind of creep around. They don't want to come out, and so I can only give up so much time a day to have him on a leash and do that with him. So I've been doing that once a day. My older cat is getting more and more comfortable. Let him get some good sniffs in yesterday. And he just seems to want to sniff and see, what this thing is. So he may have been with cats before. I can't tell. But he also hasn't tried to lunge at them or anything like that yet. Yeah.
Aggressive.
Yes, he's doing wonderful with our daughter, and actually it was a big step when I saw that he was happy to just go off with her, because up until now, since I was the one who had found him and had taken him to the vet and stuff like that, he was my shadow.
Right.
And now he's getting comfortable enough that he'll just go, if she wants to take him out and play with him or just be with him, he's happy to be with her and will stay with her. So that's good. Yeah.
Oh,
and he's just so gentle. Like when he takes treats from us, things like that, he's very gentle. So. Yeah, it's unfortunately it's very common. We called all the neighbors when we found him to make sure he wasn't missing from one of the neighbors, and their words were, "Nope, it's just another dump, another drop off. We've all got extra dogs that we never went and got at our houses." So it's very normal out here.
That's the part that kills us.
Yeah.
Because ultimately, whatever his history is, he was not your responsibility.
Right.
But you've taken him on.
Right.
And I would go as far as to say, if someone had actually stopped and knocked on your door, you probably would have helped, rather than the dumping.
Right.
Potential dumping.
Right.
We can assume. We may not be correct there, but I think between your family and us, we've reached far and wide, and we haven't had anybody saying, "Hey, that's our dog."
Right.
So,
yeah.
And I think his 10-day hold expired on the 15th, so that's 2 days ago, and we didn't even have one call about him.
No.
So
that's sad. And with as great of a dog as he is, having been trained, I mean, somebody's put in the effort at some time, to have a dog that's already potty trained or house trained.
Right.
I can't imagine putting in that effort and then never coming in looking for your dog.
Yeah,
so,
it's very bizarre.
Yeah.
And you guys aren't located where we could easily say, maybe a car accident and he got off of the highway. You're just too far from things like that to make other circumstances probable.
Right.
But
out here, people have to drive him out and dump him off. Yep.
Yeah, that's kind of what we find.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
But we're obviously thankful for families like yours that are willing to, house them temporarily until we can find a forever placement, because otherwise he would just be loose.
Yeah.
And then I don't think he would have had a lot of time left with the amount of infestation that he had between the worms and the ticks and fleas and the infections. I think it would have taken off.
Yeah.
Out of control.
Yeah. But. Yep. And when we bathed him, it was like all the old coming off. And now he's so pretty and shiny, and it was like, then you give him the new collar, and it's like, you're new, buddy, you're new. Let's start this new life.
That's almost a baptism.
Yeah.
Really.
It is.
It was. We got rid of all of the yuck.
Yes.
It's all gone.
Yes, and we pray for him every night, for whoever the right foster family is for him, that he'll be blessed with a great future from here on out. Yeah. Yeah. That's what we want for him.
That's our goal. We're not gonna just settle. We don't go off of like first come first serve. We really make sure that it's a good fit before we place them in a forever home.
Yeah.
And since we've only had 2 dogs over the course of 2 years be returned, I think we were doing something correct there.
Yeah. And I think I said that wrong. He's not looking for his foster home. He's looking for his
forever
home.
Yeah. No, he's good where he's at right now.
Yes, we pray for that forever home. That it's just awesome, and that they'll adore him, because he deserves a great life. Yeah.
Big sigh.
Yes, big sigh.
Well, I appreciate you talking to us, and we'll take him out and let everybody see how good he looks now, considering they all saw his intake pictures, and as gorgeous of a dog as he is, you could tell he didn't feel good, and you could tell, and his coat was all dull and gross.
It was disgusting.
Yeah, he was pretty gross.
Yeah.
No telling what he'd been getting into.
Yes.
Besides the fleas and the ticks.
Yes. Yeah, and that fur is so soft now and shiny.
Oh, I know. I couldn't believe it when I pulled in and turned around. I was like, my word. It's so sunny today that he is just glowing. Yeah. He's just, he looked wet. He was so glossy.
Yes.
Which is amazing.
Yeah.
It is amazing.
The transformation. And he's starting to put on a little bit of weight,
Yeah.
which is good because he was so thin.
Yep, his backbone's covered. We got some meat around our hips, so I really think, 2 weeks time, that's pretty remarkable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's doing great.
Thank you again.
Yes.
And we'll go play with him.
All right.
What are you doing?
You want to come show everybody what you can do, bud? Do you want his back or his front?
Yeah.
Shadow, sit. Do you want to do it there? Sit.
You're so funny. He's like, it's too hot. I'm laying down.
Let's start with one treat and then I want you to come to my next one, okay? Come. Shadow, come. Shadow, come. Good boy. Sit. Good boy. Down.
Good boy.
Good job showing people how sweet you are. Oh, belly rub. Belly rub. Good boy. Good boy. I know you're hot. Yeah.
He's like, I can do that again.
Down. Good boy.
Yes.
Oh. Good boy.
Will he stay and you step backward?
I'm gonna ask him to stay.
I was just
Shadow,
gonna-
stay. Shadow, come. Good boy.
Good boy.
Oh, good boy. I know he'll do it because he does it outside the laundry room for me all the time.
He's like, I sat. Can I have it now?
He's like, I want those kitties. I want to see them. Okay, come here. Shadow, sit. Good boy. Yeah, I know you.
He's like, I'm thinking ahead.
I know.
Will he sit up from there?
I don't think so, but we can try. Shadow, sit. 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 We haven't
Yeah,
tried
nope.
this one yet. Yeah.
He's like, I'm as down as I can get.
Shadow, come. Good boy. Good boy. Yes, you have one more. What do you want to do for it? What do you want to do for it? Huh? Does it smell good? Yeah?
Can you try a stay and just walk around him?
Sure.
Face. He's so intent.
Shadow, stay.
Good boy.
Shadow, come.
Good boy.
Good boy.
Oh, so smart.
Boy.
So
Oh.
smart.
You're just a good boy. You're just a good boy. Yes. Yeah. Oh.
Oh, goodness.
Cookie treat down the wrong pipe there. Oh. Oh. You're big ham.
Oh, my
See, and he
goodness.
has no problem now with his paws being touched.
Yeah, and 2 weeks ago, you couldn't do that.
No. Even when we bathed him, he was yipping. And
Right.
that was like a week after.
Right, and you were just trying to, well, when I came out and you were showing me his feet. Hey, leave it, good boy. Good job. Good, leave it. Good, leave it. I wonder if I can put
It's
it
your
like
photo op.
on his level. Yeah,
Work it, work that camera.
that's right. You tell everybody why they need to adopt you.
I'm such a good boy.
Yeah, he is.
And I'm so smart.
He still lays like that front foot a little tender because he's got it turned out.
Yeah.
But, I mean, even the fur on it looks better.
Yeah. Oh, yes, it does.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it does.
He's like, hey, what you doing?
He's still got, some scabs coming out there. Still see him. Like I said, he definitely still needs another bath.
Yeah. Oh. Are you leaving us? that
Close-up shot.
that works.
Looking for little pieces of dog
He's like, did
cookies
I drop
everywhere.
any kibbles? Any cookies? There you go. Hi. You melted again. You melted. Oh, no more gets you turn. He's like, no. Close up. Back to mom. Close up. Good boy.
You're such a good boy. That tongue, too. So
Yeah.
good. I love when he closes his mouth because he hears something and the tongue's still hanging out.
Yep. He's like, wait.
Yep. He's also not an obsessive barker.
That's
He's only barked when there's been, like, he smells something. You know, he'll have the nose going, or he's heard something, and then he stops.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good because that helps if someone is in an area that they don't want a lot of barking.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
It's play, play, play.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So last time you would be able to see his ribs when he was laying like this.
Oh, yeah.
They're covered.
Yep.
We still need some weight, but we're doing good.
Yep. You still see this right there, his haunches.
All right, Mr. Shadow. Let's see if we can't get super close up real fast. He's like, what are you doing? Okay, never mind, not a threat.